once you take delivery on your Tesla, and they can help you put the app on your phone, and if you need help, they can help you link it to your phone. So if you need help with that, go ahead and get help. Otherwise, the point is, once you have the Tesla app, in order to open the car, you'll have your phone with you, okay? You don't need to do anything with your phone. You just do that. The car will unlock and open. So you saw how I did that. And then shut the door. Okay, now this is the Tesla. Okay, so here's what you do. To drive, to adjust your mirror, which you shouldn't necessarily need, but anyway, you do this. And then for the rest of your mirrors, the side mirrors, if they're not already what you need, there's a way you do it on the screen, but let me just try a voice command and see if that works. Adjust mirrors. Yep. So it shows use left scroll wheel to adjust your side mirrors. Okay. You can see the steering wheel has 2 scroll wheels. Okay, the left one is here. It says use left one. So let's see if I scroll up. I'll scroll up like this, see what happens. All right, the mirror's going up. If I go down, it goes down. All right, if I want the mirror to go more out, so I'll try pushing this way. Yes, that worked. And let's say I want the mirror to go right. So I'm going to hold that. So I'm pushing it to the right. All right, that's how you do that. Now, that's the left mirror. I see here, if I want to do a right mirror, I can press right. And it looks like, let's see, do I use the same scroll wheel? Yes. Okay, so you don't change scroll wheels, you just use the same one. Okay, and then if you have it how you like it, you push save. I'm just going to push X because I don't need to change it. All right, then to drive with full self-driving, you put your seatbelt on. Then let's say you want to go to a particular address. Okay, so I'll tell it. I'm gonna minimize the use of the screen in this demonstration. All right. Navigate to 5 Green Tree Drive, Waterford, Connecticut. Okay, you don't actually have to look at the screen, but at least not at that point. If you want to have it drive you without starting yourself, if you want it to do it entirely, it says start FSD supervised. Now FSD is full self-driving. It does tell you that in your manual and so on. So anyway, it says press and hold. So I'll do that. Okay, I pressed it and I held it. It turned the windshield wipers on for me because it's raining. I have auto windshield wipers on. If I want to do more windshield wipers, I can press the windshield wiper button, and then I can have it go on like high speed or whatever I like, but it's rarely I need to do that because it's on auto. And, well, it's doing the driving for me and taking care of all that. Well, I mean, here it goes. Now there's a truck in the way a little. So what does it do? Okay, it veers to the left a little bit. Okay, that's, I think, what any human would do, right? Okay, same thing here. Well, that's it. So it'll drive where I need to go. If I have to take over, and I'll demonstrate that here. Okay, there you can hit the brake, you can press the full self-driving button, that's this button, or you could just move the steering wheel enough. So I'm going to turn around, and the signal stalk is what everybody's used to. You know, you have a lever and you turn the wheel, and you don't have to turn as much as a regular car, at least not one that I've driven before. And I'm braking. I hit the brake to brake, although in most cases you don't have to do that. Now you can shift gears manually. Down is reverse, up is drive. So, and that makes sense, right? Down is back, so of course. Or you can have it do automatic gear shifting. Oh, and there's our cameras. Much better view than using a mirror. Okay, so I'm going back, but I want to have self-driving take over. So I'm going to press this button, and now it takes over. So if I need to go faster, I can hit the accelerator. Or I can just let it go a more reasonable speed for a road like this. Okay, I didn't tell it where to go, so it decides it wants to go here. You turn the signal light on its own. You don't need a signal stalk for the most part. You could even pull over anytime and just have it go where you need it to go. Actually, I'm not going to go where it wants me to go, so I'm going to keep the steering wheel the way it was. As I said, I didn't tell it where to go. It's like if you want to go on a random drive, you could do that, have it take you to random places. So I will go back to full self-driving. It's turning the signal light on. It sees a stop sign. It will stop at the white line. Okay, a complete stop. Better driving than most drivers I've seen. And okay, so it's gonna go this way. I don't know what else to say. What else do you do for basic car operations? The almost useless mirrors were adjusted. If you want to have the cameras on, there's this circle, like a camera lens, and there are your cameras. I mean, the mirrors are useless if you use the cameras, but you can say the cameras are useless if you use the mirrors, except that wouldn't be true because the cameras have a better view than the mirrors. You just can't get that kind of view from a mirror. Actually, on this model, I have not only a rear backup camera, but I also have a forward-facing camera, which makes it easier if you're trying to park up close to something and don't want to hit it. Okay, here we have a pedestrian with a dog. You can see it sees them and interprets them as two life forms. So it saw both of them. You can see them in the rear camera. Okay, it's going to navigate around vehicles. And again, since I didn't tell it where I'm going, and I've decided I'm going to stop soon, I will tap the, in this case I'm going to show you tapping the brake, disengaged it. I decided to use the signal stalk to take a right. You can see I'm turning with a single finger. It's that easy to turn the wheel. There's still some tension, but it's very easy. All right, I'll show you the front-facing camera. You see it says front. So no more guessing how close you are to something. All right, actually it even said stop. You heard some beeping indicating I'm getting really close. And this got redder because it's showing that I'm actually very close to something. Now I don't have to look at the screen. I can listen for the beeps and know I'm getting close. So I could have no cameras up. I could close my eyes, not have full self-driving on, and listen to the beeps and know when to stop. So I could be 100% blind in that case, and driving toward a wall or garage, or maybe a curb, and know when to stop.